I see, so he chose the blood. He mentioned something about giving it to a research he's acquainted with. I see, if he chose it on instinct, he must be. Although his composition does seem somewhat different. I did as you requested, but after all, he is an adventurer. There is no telling if things take a turn from what we hope for. Even so, we must protect the lineage. Is this evolution? It's a completely different modification from previous times. When he was just a dead body, it was like skin and blood had been added. This time, it's like the flesh has morphed and is wrapping around him, almost like a cocoon, as if it's trying to rebirth. Pain. I'm surrounded by a dim red darkness everywhere I look. My entire body is beyond pain description. I feel sick 1,000 times more than when I was alive and got that hangover after drinking. My view is warped and distorted, as if I'm in a mega earthquake. I feel an atrocious sensation, as if my body's melting. I think I'm going mad, but at the same time, I don't fear for my life. Even as my body melts away, and even as myself, my consciousness detached from every single nerve cell. Although I'm conscious, I feel strangely as though I am not alive. Lorraine told me once that caterpillars inside their cocoons are in fact just a clumpy soup of themselves. Perhaps that's what is happening to me. I feel as though every thought I have reverberated across the entire planet. Memories triggered by emotions appear for a moment and then fade away again and turn foggy. Who am I again? Some sort of demon? Or was I human? What did I used to do? Yes, I was an adventurer. I wanted it to become a mythic-class adventurer. What for? Yes, I had a promise. That distant guy was who I wanted to be. For her, who could not fulfill her dreams. And Lorraine, who walks that road with me now. I must return to my friends, to keep my promise, to become a mythic-class adventurer. The moment I felt that urge, I started coming back together again. The center of my being is that my heart and those hard things that protect it are bones, and then inside the frame there is created organs are placed, flesh compressed and warps around the bones. The feeling of ants running the length of my body must be my skin recomposed, and it's all the stuff that is flowing through it all. I see, it's blood. There's not enough blood. I want blood. Why is there not enough blood? Because I am destined to thirst for it. Those who forever thirst for blood. Yes, that's because I am a vampire. Rent? Are you awake, Rent? How do you feel? Yeah, I feel sort of alright. You seem to be okay, so I just let you sleep for a while. There were some things I wanted to look up in the meantime. How long was I asleep? Around 2 days, I reckon. I was asleep for quite some time. I went through a lot of text during that time, but compared to the amount of reading, the amount of information I was able to glean is minimal. What kind of text? About your body. Bluish white skin with red irises, fangs, and bat-like wings. There's no question that you have evolved into a form of existence known as a vampire. The question is, what kind of vampire? Lesser, middle, greater vampires are classed by their varying degrees of abilities they possess according to the leader. It's difficult to access this in your case, because a vampire's type is usually determined by the type of vampire who turns them. A great vampire sharing its blood or powers with a human lead to the human becoming a zombie or a lower vampire. You are a special case because you were formed independently of any relationship to another vampire. I looked through to find any similar cases in history. Ancient vampires, Wildling vampires, vampire princes. There were many instances of vampires in legends and fairy tales, but although there are instances of large populations being turned, there are no instances of people turning independently without the presence of another vampire. So there is no way of knowing what kind of vampire I am. That's right. But now, since you are awake, I can observe and run some tests on you. Firstly, I want to know about those wings of yours. How do you move them? Move? So I was moving these wings. I wasn't doing so consciously. They must be like an animal's tail in that case. Can I now move them consciously? Oh, seems like you can. Do you think you could fly? I don't think so. I'm not even so much as lifting a tiny bit. What if you channel magic into them? It feels more like floating rather than flying. How about channeling some of your ki and spirit energy? Ki? Are you okay, Rent? Yeah. It's hard to control, but I think that was it. Seems like magic is floating and ki is propelling. And what about spirit? It just close. Out. What the? Huh? You mean? Injures are healed when in the light. Alright. I need to do some more thinking about the power of spirit. If I can float using magic and propel myself using ki. If I manage to control the two by using a magic ki combination technique, I could actually fly. We are ready over here. I set up impact softening spells across the area. Okay. Thanks, Lorraine. Let's give this a go then. Gathering power, magic ki. Float by using magic. Using ki, I can increase my speed. Wow, I did it. I'm actually flying. Amazing. So this is what birds see. Amazing. My wings. Are you alright? You flew away out of my zone. I couldn't put the spell over the entire forest, you know? So, small injuries are easily healed by your wings. What a convenient body. What? The plants around your wings are growing. Remind me, what was the reason you first became able to use spirit power? Yeah. I found a small broken shrine near the village I was living. I fixed it, and then I became able to use spirit power. A feature of spirit power is that it is bestowed by the gods. The origins of your spirit power might be related to the forest god. I can fly, I can drink blood, have the power to give life, and control magic beings. I feel like I'm getting further away from becoming human. Next time I change, will I still be able to be myself? But you're still Rent, right? Rent Finer, aspiring middle-class adventurer. As long as your dream doesn't change, you will stay the same. Yeah, that's right. Your expressions and voice are closer to what they used to be now, thanks to the evolution. Really? Yes. Why else would I say that? Welcome back, Rent Feiner. It's good to be back. To be continued. Thank you for listening to chapter 30. I hope you liked it. And see you next time. Bye bye.